Yes, this is the infamous related rates topic that many calculus students don't like. This is an introductory video. I'm actually not going to be doing any example problems in this video. I will have separate videos for that, and I'll have at least four videos, related rates story problem videos. So four problems that I work out, four separate videos for that, one problem each one problem each for each video. And so this video here is just an introduction to the whole idea of related rates and how to do the question. So I will not have every one of the topics in this video as I usually have for all my videos. So as usual, we'll start off with when to use it. So related rates questions are difficult and time consuming. These questions are story problems in which you must determine a relationship between two or more variables in order to find the value for one of them. Specifically, you're going to find the value between two or more rates. Specifically, and in order to find the value for one of them, the ultimate goal of a related rates question is to find a relationship between rates, and then if you have a relationship between the rates, then you can solve for whatever rate you're looking for after plugging in the values for the rates that you do know. Thankfully, almost every related rates question can be answered using a 6-step method described in this video on the next slide. So, how to use it? 6 steps. Very simple 6 steps. So after you read the question, of course, that comes before the first step. After you read the question, you are going to draw a picture. So your picture is just going to show what's going on in the problem, since oftentimes related rates questions are confusing maybe, and it will just make everything clearer if you actually if you can visualize what's going on. So draw yourself a picture, and sometimes they might actually provide a picture, and if they provide a picture, then that's even better. You don't have to do step 1. Step 2, write down what you know and what you want to know. So you want to make sure you have a clear goal. That's what step 2 is all about, and make sure you know what you're working with. Number 3, determine a relationship between the displacement variables. So as I said on the previous slide, the ultimate goal in every related rates question is to find a relationship between rates, 2 or more rates, and then solve, after plugging in numbers and stuff, solve for the rate that you're looking for. The problem is that we usually don't just, we don't know, we can't find a relationship between the rates. We can't find a relationship between the rate that they're asking for and whatever rates we might have numbers for, that we might know values for. We can't do that usually because we don't know. We don't just know equations that involve rates offhand. We haven't put those to memory, and we're not going to find any. They're not going to give us any in the problem probably. So what we have to do is we're going to find a relationship between, as I call it, displacement variables. So these aren't rates. These are variables like, when you see a rate in the related rates question, it's going to be like a dx dt kind of rate. But instead, because we don't know a relationship between rates, like maybe dx dt and dy dt, and then maybe dz dt, because we don't know a relationship between these rates, instead we're going to have to find a relationship between the displacement variables, like x, y, and z. We're going to have to find a relationship between those displacement variables and then, and maybe, like, I don't know, if it's related to triangles, then maybe that relationship would be like the Pythagorean theorem or something. So because we can't determine a relationship, I mean, you don't know any, if we're dealing with a triangle, you don't know any relationships about the certain side of a triangle, the rates dealing with, pertaining to the certain side of a triangle, you don't know anything like that. So, but you do know x squared plus y squared equals z squared. So, you might have to just know that. And then, step 4, to differentiate your relationships, you would differentiate x squared plus y squared equals z squared. And then from that, you now have those rates that you're looking for. So because you can't determine a relationship between the rates that you want to know and the rates that you have, you find a relationship between the displacement variables like x, y, and z, and then you differentiate that relationship to get a relationship involving those rates. And then after that, you can plug in what you know. Like maybe you're solving for dz dt, so you plug in values for dx dt and dy dt, and then you can solve what you're looking for, dz dt. Okay, so those are the steps, and I will go through those steps with an actual problem in each of my related rates videos that I do, in each of the related rates questions that I tackle. And I'll probably have at least 4 related rates videos, each with one related rates problem some point in the near future. Okay, so there you go. That's how you do a related rates question. This is the general method, and actual problems coming in the future. Okay, there you go.